Hi everyone, I'm Indrik from Czech DC-9 project. You may see a lot of my videos when we started to develop this thing, and as you may know, we got a DC-9 cockpit shell that comes from DC-9 built in 1969er, flown from Hawaiian Airlines and later for Republica, and then Northwest Airlines scrapped in 2010. And we got this cockpit from Canada, from a man called Perry, and it is and we converted it into a flight simulator. Mostly all of the systems are working using just only these 4 cables going from the rack there through these 4 cables into the cockpit. Now, of course, I'm joking. There's a lot more cables. We got a lot of power supplies. That's 500 watts, 115, 400 hertz power supplies. There's a lot more, and a lot of cables going through here, and it's really thick. It's not just a few cables, it's a lot of cables. I can maybe lift it through the tunnel here and then into the different systems. The main logic are here in the front of the aircraft. There's a lot of electronics and stuff, but what this will the result is that you go into the aircraft and you turn on the battery switch, and it is doing what it should. It's doing almost nothing. Only the altimeter vibrators are now engaged. I get some warnings here because I got the red and amber lights on. What I can do also, I have external power available, so if I turn that on, I got all the systems alive, and I also have the lighting and everything, and that means everything in the cockpit is working right now, except for the first officer's flight director indicator, or the altitude indicator, which is there on the window right there. That's him, and it is waiting for maintenance. We're waiting for parts to be arrived from United States so that we can remove some especially there's a speed command that needs to be removed and replaced. But what I would like to talk about today is the number of sound cards, the sound systems that we have. But it is not a sound system from the ambient sound. It is the sound systems that consist of the audio panels and stuff like that. For example, the cockpit voice recorder and the altitude alert. There on the top here. Where is it? Here. That's the altitude alert, and we got everything working. So, and the ground proximity warning system. That's large horns here, and of course we got a few natural. Like if you want to hear the takeoff warning, because I'm not at configuration in takeoff. If I advance the throttle, you can hear that crazy noise that's coming from this thing here that is below the tiller. And there is also dingle for when crew is the cabin crew is calling the cockpit. There is a ding dong that will do that. And also we have the fire bell, which is also there in the box there below the steering wheel. But I would like to tell you how all this is possible and how all this is done. first we have a lot of sound cards. We got about 13 sound cards. Let's go behind. You see 3 sound cards here, which one is saying it is the cockpit voice recorder. It has output and input. You need input from the microphone in the cockpit voice recorder, and you need output because first there is a VU meter here, which when I'm speaking you can see it is moving if I click it, and also if you press the test button it will show you good range. So that's, you need a microphone go there, and then back you need to hear what you are saying, and if you want to test it you play 400 Hz signal and it should be in a green range, which is then the other sound card here is called GPWS, ground proximity warning system, which is connected to, there is a amplifier here. That's the amplifier which goes to the speaker there. That's this speaker here, and the other speaker is here behind, covered with the oxygen bottle, and the amplifier is there behind the wall, and it's left-right system for the ground proximity warning system. That is for all the callouts like glide slow, bank angle, and stuff like that. And then the main part, and there is a third. There is 1, 2, and the third is written altitude alert, and that's also divided into a special system because that's the altitude alert speaker. There is amplifier behind, and this must be divided from all other systems because this plays sounds only if the altitude alert here is set to a certain altitude and you are 750 feet below or above that altitude. There's a special logic. That speaker will play the sound of 800 Hz for 2 seconds, and it couldn't be played from that speakers or from anywhere else. You only need it from this special speaker. So that's why a special sound card is there only for that purpose. But then, okay, now we go to the audio panels, and this is if we can count, you want VHF 1. If I turn that on, and I will have my headset, and if I will speak to that VHF 1 channel, I can hear myself. If I turn that off, it's off, and I can only speak here. So if I turn that on again and I'm speaking to the microphone, you can hear me from the speaker of the captain speaker. You cannot hear me from the first officer speaker because his channel is off here. If I turn off the captain's channel, I can hear nothing again. And if I turn on the first officer's channel, it's on now, and you can read me from the first officer's speaker, and also you can read me from the first officer's headset, which is right there. So that's what the VHF 1, and you need one sound card for this. We're also using this for communication with WhatsApp. So then all the push-to-talk buttons are working. One push-to-talk button is of course on the yoke, on the left side for the captain, because always on the right side there is nothing, as you need right hand to be working with all these things here. So all important is always away from the pedestal. The trim, the autopilot disconnect, and the push-to-talk is right here. and for the first officers it's vice versa. Left side is clear and right side is the trim, autopilot disconnect, and push to talk. But also you have push to talk here. That's the radio button. If you can do this up down, and this is push to talk. Push to talk. That's the same as here. And there is another. If you put it down to interphone, that's also push to talk, but you don't need to keep it. If you want to speak to passengers, if you go to microphone to PA and turn on other switches, then you can speak and you don't need to hold the push to talk. You can do other things, but the passenger will hear you because the push to talk is switched on. And now, why so many sound cards? VHF1 you need one sound card, VHF2 you need other sound card, then VR1, VR2, ADF, DME1, DME2 and markers. Now imagine we'll tune 10. Okay, I will first make this one. You can hear some noise from the speaker above, but it's not broadcasting anything. And if any frequency is tuned into NAF1 that is active, you should hear the Morse code that is broadcasting. So if I tune it 109.1, it is frequency of ILS runway 24 in Prague, Virginia, which I'm currently standing on, and I should hear that was Papa Lima. So you can hear a Morse code, and no, it's Papa Golf, maybe, I don't know, Papa Romeo, sorry. And if I turn that off, you won't hear that, but the sound card that is responsible for this thing is continuously broadcasting that signal into this channel. And the same is for the first officer's speaker there. If you want to listen to that, he got the same opportunity, but again he can turn it off. So you need one sound card just to play that Morse code continuously when something is tuned on the VHF1. The same is for VHF2. If I tune 122.6, 1.122.6 on VHF2, on VR, I should hear a noise of Oscar Kilo Lima. Oscar Kilo Lima, and you see it's pointing me to direction where the VR is. If I turn that off and 109.1 is also tuned, you see 0 miles, we are on the airport, and this is the localized deviation. We don't see any glide slope as we are far away from the glide slope. So that's 1, 2 sound cards, 3, 4, now the same for ADF, 5, 6, 7, 8 sound cards only here for both of captain and first officers. Of course, if you can hear this, and it has a DME, you should hear it also on this. That's the same, and here should be Oscar Kilo Lima. La 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 Lima. So you got only 6 sound cards that are continuously sending signals from what is tuned into the NAF1, NAF2, and they are just continuously sending the noise if there is tuned something. Marker is other thing, but you can hear also that it is making noise. Only if we are flying over the markers you can hear this. And ADF, that's the same. Also we are setting, also the ADF can be tuned here, the volume. If I turn that off, you can hear nothing. I think 382 should be something. I don't know the frequency of the AF that is nearby, but it's all working. Even the CSV, that's a cockpit service. If I turn that on and this on, I can hear mic. There is a room there. You see there are doors, and behind the doors there is a bar, and in the bar there is a original interphone from DC-9 that was used for cabin crew, and there is a handset, sorry, and she can talk to you via the CSV, and I can talk to her too. But that's the condition. I need to have this pressed, so that microphone is used to talk to her, and I need to have this to listen to her. And that's same for the first officer. It's just for left speaker, right speaker, left panel, right panel. So that's why we have so much sound cards, and you can see only 3 of them. That's the 1, 2, 3 sound cards, and I'll show you also the rest. That's in the front of the aircraft, and that's you see, that's all the sound cards. It's a little mess here, but it's all of them are. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's more than I think it is. Okay, guys, that's it for now about the sound or the audio system that we are using, and of course everything here is working like hell. I've been working on a flight director. I hope it's doing what I want. I set the heading to heading mode and 0 pitch, and you see it is telling me, the flight director, that the bars here are saying me I should fly no right no left, because the heading is pointing me directly to the heading that I'm currently I'm in, and there is 0 pitch. If I put the pitch up to 15, the heading will do nothing, but the pitch will pointing to 15 because it wants me to climb to 15. If I'm climbing on the 15, it will return and it will show the 15 again. So put it to 5, it go back to 5, like that. And now if it's heading mode selected, so if I turn the heading left, I want to fly heading 060, it will go left, so it's showing me I should turn left, and I should have a bank to the left. Once the bank is there, 30 degrees to the left, then it will return to normal. If I turn it to the right, back to 120, it will show me nothing. You are perfectly aligned with the heading. And if I'm going to the right, to the south, it is showing me I should turn to the right. So this is, and the more you have, the less it shows. So this will show only very few degrees of turn because it's very near of the heading selected. And this also is working with navlog mode, and I'm working on go round, approach auto and approach manual. And if you turn it off, it will go away from the view. So guys, I think it's enough for today, and I hope see you next time again, maybe also here in Liberec. Bye bye.